channel is hella good. But
Please. Yeah.
have you had this before? How do you come up with Essence?
The name?
Well, how do you come up with Essensory?
That was in my Latin class.
That's a Latin name?
Yeah. It's Ascensiotus is to rise up.
Do you have any cool other?
Hmm?
Well, one Latin word for me is parabellum. I like that.
It's a pretty cool name.
You know what that is?
Not really, no.
Prepare for war. It means prepare for war.
That's pretty sick.
But I don't think I could use that.
Parabilis. Showing it. Parable. No. Paralis. Nope.
Paravel.
Paravel. I don't know. I like Essence. Essence is just it's short.
I just don't know what's happening.
Shorter ones are good. Shorter ones better. It's short, but like also like memorable. You know.
When I came up with the lava, like originally it used to be like some bullshit. It was like lava plus like I don't know, like Java. I used to make up so many different like reasons why it was called that, but it was all just bullshit. Like I just kind of like came.
Hmm. I don't know. Also, make your LinkedIn, bro. I know it's not working, but just make it. The Phantom, you know this Phantom wallet?
What's that?
The Solana wallet, crypto wallet. It just
I just
over
use Soulflare. I don't use it.
well, it's like a better Soulflare. Actually, it's not better. It's like it's the same, but it just overtook ChatGPT and Facebook on the Google Play Store.
It's crazy. Crypto's going that crazy.
Crypto's going insane. And Phantom follows Sharkcat, and Solana follows Sharkcat.
Yeah, if you know what follows what, then you can use that for S&T.
Oh no, like on Twitter.
Oh. Well, does what happened on Twitter have anything to do with price or not?
That's Twitter is your crypto.
Twitter is price, yeah.
Twitter is your crypto indicator.
So why don't you use S&T for that? Or try it at least.
No, like Twitter comments and memes. Like Twitter analytics.
Yeah, but
directly
if you know
correlate.
what follows with what, then you can apply the same thing to price.
Hmm?
You can apply the same concept of price with S&T if you know what follows what.
No. This doesn't follow anything. These are meme coins. They follow if a whale feels like buying shit tons of it.
But it's better than the technical analysis shit you guys are doing, because the technical analysis shit you guys are doing doesn't really do anything.
I'm not doing any TA. This is like pure community and fundamental analysis.
Okay, that's good.
I'm looking at their tokenomics. I'm looking at the majority whale holders, token holders. You know, how many analytics like likes, engagements they get on Twitter. Look, it's it's my favorite pattern. It's the dick and balls pattern.
Pattern's bullshit.
It's the dick and balls pattern.
Well, you do use TA.
So, no, this is on Twitter. This is what I just
Yeah.
found. See this one ball and it's the second ball, and then so there should be technically a giant like, you know, going up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, TA for you.
The thing is, with all these strategies, right, it requires some sort of algorithm. When there's no algorithm, it's just like how you were saying, just whales.
Yeah.
like completely random. You don't know. Well, it's not completely random. It's all news based.
It is. It is. Curious. I gotta look at my Soulflare wallet now.
Wish my dumbass didn't lose my Soulflare wallet. Come on.
Just a casual 23% on the account. It's not that big.
This is what I made in elementary school.
You had a CFO and a board president and an advertisement director in middle school. What's this? Computer-based core processors, water coolers, data chips, consoles that based off future technology. Games that are made for enjoyment of gamers using either Unreal or Unity or using either CSS code, Python, or custom script. You did this in middle school?
Elementary.
What the? How the fuck How the fuck did you know what Unreal, Unity, CSS, or Python was in elementary school, bro?
I just always kind of had that in me, like
I was playing football or soccer and learning languages. I learned Japanese and German during that time.
How many languages do you know? 6
or 7? I don't remember now.
You know Russian?
Suka Beatidina Hoy, that's all I know. You know what that is?
You know what Spasiba Sa means?
No.
It means thank you for. Sa means for. Spasiba means thank you.
You know what Suka Beatidina Hoy means?
It means Suka Bilet means bit slut.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other? Well, anyways, I learned Russian from playing MMOs.
I learned Russian from CS:GO.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I learned Russian from playing with clans, like in games. That's like literally how I learned Russian. Because they're always the best.
Yeah. Bro, you want to see the mods in SharkCat?
Wait, did you ever reach the high stage?
These are the mods. Like, these are real people. They have a SharkCat New York City party.
Dude, I would.
Next week. This is the average female SharkCat holder.
It's crazy.
See, this is an indicator. This makes me so much more bullish.
It was an Asian girl.
If these are fucking like just random ass white girls buying SharkCat coins, just because it looks cute.
Dude, what I do is I use AI because like AI can make really realistic looking people, and then I just have like devices that are just logged in to make it look like it's credible.
Nah, she did like live streams like while walking and shit. So she's real.
Bro, why do I always spill cum all over myself?
On a boss shirt as well.
Oh, I didn't spill shit.
This is the crypto TA.
Dude, it's just so dumb, bro. Dude, they're just trying to get people to buy. Literally.
Yeah, I mean, some people believe it though.
Yeah. So dumb. I remember when I used to trade like that.
According to them, this is a triple diagonal bottom reversal thing.
The jigger. Thingy the jigger.
Yeah. And so, if you buy right here, it will go up almost
Well, theoretically aren't lying. Because if enough people buy in there, then it will.
Yeah, they're just manifesting. They're just manifesting. This is crypto TA for you. This is what happens when you get a bunch of degens.
And the funny part is, it probably actually works. Like if you have enough following, because.
Oh yeah, let me show you one coin. Oh Jesus. Look at this. Isn't this absolutely beautiful?
Yeah, that's very beautiful.
Yeah. That's try using TA on that. Yeah, no. Basically, I think you could use SMT on these two actually. On this, these two or this one, and
Yeah.
then this one's just kind of doing its own thing.
Wait. Wait, so are they correlated at all? The second one that you said is doing something, is that correlated with others?
Not really.
Which ones did you say you use SMT on?
Bong and Myro and SC. Because Bong is the one that has the biggest
One's
market cap.
lower, one's lower, and the other one's going higher. So you can
Yeah.
set your stop loss here and target.
Yeah, but also depends on Bitcoin because
Wait, can you
Bitcoin
trade futures with
influences.
that or no? No, right?
You can. But it's
Wait, what is that?
huh?
What crypto is that?
Bonk and Myro.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah, but Bitcoin influences a bit of Solana.
Yeah, how's your eyesight?
Solana, my eyesight?
Yeah.
Perfect. Why?
Not sets.
I just always had perfect eyesight.
But don't get out. That's perfect.
Height.
True.
It's not a big deal though. Like that one Lil Uzi Vert quote. Just stand on
But
one
you're
money.
Asian too, so but like even Asian people, like just Peloton people.
I mean, okay, I'm taller than both my parents already.
Are they your parents?
Like 5'5" and 4'11".
You're 5'6".
5'6", 5'7" maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, when I feel like it. You know. In front of the hose, it's 5'8". It's not that. It's definitely not 5'8". It's 5'7".
For the hose, it's 5'9".
Charisma over everything, man.
Money over everything. That's how Speed bagged that Korean girl. His influence and
Yeah, that's not really money at that point, though. That's more fame.
well, he does have Urus and Aventador.
Yeah,
he has,
but that's not the
He has a
reason.
Lamborghini STR.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why the girl was there. She just wanted the internet fame.
She probably didn't mind the money too.
Yeah. Look at my absolutely amazing TA, bro. Look. He's worked for us. You're tired of this shit, are you?
Yeah. There's no algorithm. It's all this shit.
Surprisingly enough, I've seen this chart more than enough and always ends the same way.
Because there's someone who makes some bullshit on Twitter. There's someone who makes some bullshit on Twitter, like the ones you showed me.
No, it's just human nature because people, because the ability
Well,
to create,
everyone uses TA, then yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
If
but
everyone,
it's also because within crypto you can have a niche within a sub niche within a sub niche, right? Because you have cat coins. Okay, so you have meme coins, which go to dog and cat coins, and cat coins go to different types of cats. Right? One can be associated with like a hat, for example.
Yeah.
And one can be associated with an influencer, for example, right? And so what you do is you notice the rotation of capital between these sub niches, and that's how you basically do crypto. There's always an explanation for everything because it's a retail based market, you know.
Yeah. Human psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Or whale psychology.
Which one do you want to dump and which one do you want to pump? Who do you want to fuck over?
I want to pump the ones.
The one that I chose has a really strong community. So
I want to pump the ones where I can completely monopolize it, like honeypot the shit out of it, but like with different wallets. You know how people honeypot with different wallets.
yeah, I know. But this one that I have is like a really strong community and does like real world shit. So it's like,
I feel like every crypto project says that.
do all of them have a giant NYC party in Lower Manhattan this weekend?
I don't know.
And also, this one is backed by the $4.3 million, not million. You know the Instagram account for like the most famous cat on Instagram?
No.
It's called Nala Cat, but it has 4.3 million followers.
Nala?
Yeah, and they're endorsing this crypto coin.
It's crazy.
So using the power of influencers and shit, we get the one that has the most Instagram followers for like any cat lover to buy this crypto coin.
Yeah.
So I chose this methodically because there's a pipeline and there's a narrative to it.
Okay, I like what they're doing, but at the end of the day, I feel like it's just. But like, it's just a matter of time with everything.
Yeah, it is just a matter of time of everything.
Like I like what they're doing. Like they're trying to get as many people in as possible.
Yeah, and it's like trying to like appeal to retail. You know?
Yeah, but
it's a meme.
Eventually, like you have to treat it like a meme coin though. You can't just be like it's just some golden project. It's like a Cardano or some shit. You gotta just treat it for what it is at the end of the day and just expect it to.
You sell when you have to have your targets, you know, because otherwise you get too sucked into the whole thing.
And next thing you know, everyone's gonna own way more than you. You have to understand. Mm-hmm. Like you have no control over price.
Mm-hmm. It's gambling. We love gambling.
Yeah.
But yeah, see, I gotta dumb my IQ down to use this type of TA because everyone else is using this type of TA.
Yeah.
I think there's like that. It was like an ICT concept that was like the reason you can't really use this on crypto is because everyone is using a different area of TA.
Yeah, you did say that, yeah.
Or something, I don't know. It was in the 2022 mentorship. I watched the first 5 episodes.
You did?
Yeah. I just didn't finish it, so I rather finished it. So that's the first time I ever quoted ICT on anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever watched his, like when he just rants?
Yeah, that was the first episode.
Nice.
When he's just like, you gotta like get your family, you know, you gotta be rich as fuck. You can't live this depressing 9 to 5 shit. I'm like, you don't have to tell me what I already know, man.
There's some people who do need to hear it.
That's true. I feel like those people wouldn't automatically go to ICT though. Because I see, like, if you search up trading shit just in general on YouTube, ICT will not be the first thing that comes up.
Yeah. You have to be an inner circle trader.
Like, maybe you stumble across this one TikTok that explains some random ICT concept, right?
Yeah.
And then you find him. Else, it's like, yeah, see, this is amazing TA. This is hopium. $10 SC. If it's $10 SC,
name just can't stop this popping.
If the SC price becomes $10, I will have 560,000 US dollars.
What's it at now?
0.08.
It's possible. What's the market cap? What's the market cap? What's the market cap?
What's the market cap? Market cap is 83 million.
Yeah.
That'd actually be wild.
Yeah.
H19
Really
net
make it
worth.
out the hood.
H19 net worth $560,000 US.
You'd be like my Rolex friend.
I think a Rolex and AP guy is a bit like, or a Patek guy is like a bit on the higher end, maybe a bit more than 560,000 US. Like a
Well,
Patek is like 83,000.
well, that's if you're smart with your money.
Yeah, except knowing me, I'll just like put 20K into another coin and hope it turns into
Yeah.
a million.
Yeah, that's like something I do. I just feel like if I believe in something enough, like I don't mind risking, you know?
Yeah, and I believe in this. I've rotated every single other meme coin into this meme coin.
Yeah.
Therefore, I have bought at these levels. Every time it enters the blue box, I have bought.
Sheesh. Or have you DCA'd out at all or no?
Huh?
Have
No.
you ever DCA'd? No?
So I bought. So my first buy was here. I didn't sell. My dumbass. And it went down. I kept DCing at every like top, as I do.
Oh, so you did DCA.
Well, yeah, I DC'd in every
Oh,
top,
man. Yeah.
and then DC'd in more every time I entered the blue box.
So you're down, right?
Not really, actually, because
Even-
I bought mostly at the fours, and now it's at the. So
Yeah.
if it gets to like 0.1, then I'm like just the same. Maybe I'm a bit down,
That much.
but you gotta look at it as in like if it goes back to all-time highs, then there's just that's like from the blue box to the all-time highs. That's a 10x.
Yeah.
So
But I feel like 10x's are just.
so doable in crypto.
Yeah, I feel like they're too doable.
Yeah.
I feel like on everything. Like if I can't see
This is gonna 100x.
do you think so?
We haven't even reached the proper bull run yet, man. Like last bull run when everything actually went 100, 1,000x. That's because the fucking market cap of the entire crypto industry didn't even reach a trillion. This time it's projected to reach like 4 or 5 trillion. So these next 6 months are gonna be crazy, absolutely crazy, and you never know which one's gonna pop up. But I'm placing my bets on this one.
This is his people. The guy hit 150x on.
It's crazy micro cap, so that's like super, huh?
What's a micro cap?
It's like when it's under a million market cap. So
Yeah, that's smart. That's what I want to do. Why?
because well, you gotta check the tokenomics as well, but those ones are the easiest to get rugged.
If he knows people, because this guy obviously has connections, you can tell he has connections. If he knows people who could get the price discovery, then I mean, I trust it. You know?
Yeah, but I don't know him very well.
I mean, we've seen what he's done. So, but
Yeah. I don't know him very well, and I don't know.
and it doesn't hurt to put 100, 200
Yeah.
in one of these things, and 150x's.
Well, I'll put the 400 so I put $417 like 3 days ago, and now it's $700.
Yeah.
I'll put those 700 in his next call then. And now they're partying in Las Vegas.
You saw
Yeah. Yo, Metro Boomin guest list. Millennium.
that. He like,
Who's the shorty in the back though?
yeah, I knew you were gonna say something.
Yeah, I mean you can spell that from anywhere though.
Yeah. It's just normal here.
Why is everyone in Vegas? What's in Vegas? Is it like post EDC?
You've never been to Vegas?
No, I meant like why this weekend?
Have you been to Vegas?
Nope. Fucking hell, Whiff just went
Dude, we need to go to
exponential.
Vegas.
Whiff just went exponential. Myra just went exponential. Solana's at a lower, which is weird. Okay, I know what's going on. Rotation of capital. Because of the Ethereum ETFs, everyone first leveraged longed Ethereum.
Mm.
And then they went to the derivative, which is meme coins within Ethereum. And now they're projecting Solana to go back up. Because they're waiting for Solana ETF, the BlackRock Solana ETF.
It makes sense.
So they're probably gonna start trying to place a couple longs in Solana, except market makers are trying to sweep that whatever stop losses they have now.
I like how you use the term market makers. I believe what you're saying because you said market makers.
There are market makers on Solana for sure.
Yeah.
And then now, slowly, everything is going to rotate everyone's going to rotate their capital into derivatives, which are meme coins.
Yep.
So I was slowly waiting on this for the past.
You know what the best way to get information is?
What?
Those article websites. You know those article websites where you just like read
Like Cointelegraph and shit. Yeah.
But a lot of the time that's like like they're just trying to pump shit. But like you gotta watch out.
I just read more of the macro news.
Yeah.
Like SECs, tweets and stuff. ETFs are a big one. Because ETFs are like, from the past two ones, we noticed that ETFs are priced in early. So you just sell whenever there's ETF announcement.
Dude, Nvidia's going parabolic.
Is it
the whole entire market plays off?
What's that now? What's an Nvidia at right now?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it went back down. They had earnings.
Yeah. Dang,
Right.
if only
$1,016.
If only I invested 5 years ago.
Holy shit. I remember when I got on the options call, like the first earnings report where it went parabolic. And pretty much the only reason why like I made so much money was because I traded with more money than I had in my Webull account. So they didn't let me close my position the day before. So it stayed open until the next day. So that was literally the only reason why I caught the wave. But if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have caught the wave.
How much do you make from that?
That's
So how much was that?
2,000.
Dang, if only
But
I
a few
invested in
minutes later-
Nvidia 5 years ago.
A few minutes later, it went like my position was worth 13,000. So if I would have held it for like 13 more minutes, it would have been 13,000.
Yeah, but you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder on stocks to do like proper TAs and shit. Yeah. See? Look what crypto coins I've just done in the past 4 hours. Let's see. This is like the average crypto
You look
chart.
like-
It's a very simple ICT concept, right?
Yeah.
You pump, accumulate, pump. That's
You
crypto.
know have you seen IT's videos on price delivery?
Nope.
How it goes from accumulation to expansion and then retracement and then back to accumulation.
Yeah, that's basically crypto. It's the
He
average
pretty
crypto
much
chart.
breaks it down into phases. Remember that video I was talking about SysD, change in state of delivery, and TDO?
I have not watched that. Sorry.
Anyways, I caught this low, 615 on a video, and I went all the way up to I sold it around here, 652. And I was
Imagine if you just like, wait, when did it
I was on
expire?
a 2-day call.
2-day call? Dang. Bro, imagine you put option on the video and up until now.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I feel like if you bet against Nvidia, you're just stupid.
I just saw, look what I just saw.
Jeez. Nvidia's going to collapse. Yeah, it actually is. They're doing a 110 split. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I know. That was a AMC thing. But he lost 91K. Maybe he did it too early.
Wait, he said I'm done. What did he say? I'm done. What?
I'm crying. I lost everything shorting the video. I'm done trading. Fucking.
Dude, I remember when I thought that for Tesla. I was like, it's gonna go up. It's gonna keep going up. And
That's what I thought for
I
Rivian.
just lost so much fucking money.
I've lost money in stocks, bro.
Because I was using TA. I was using TA for everything.
I was using TA as well.
It's like. It's... Wait, did you watch my OTE video? I watched my OTE video.
I need to catch up on your videos, bro.
I talk about what swings are.
Yeah. Look, it's Luke Belmar when he was broke.
I think Luke Belmar's still broke. I think Luke Belmar's still broke.
Surely not. Have you got into Bitcoin in the hundreds?
How do you know he got into Bitcoin in the hundreds?
I don't know, you just.
I think he
cracked
just
his
like
wallet.
grew. I don't think he's.
Yeah, I know. But there were people like Christian Farms who actually did get into Bitcoin in the hundreds.
Yeah. But it's just like when he's talking his shit to people, it just seems like so ungenuine. Like it doesn't feel.
What, Belmar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
I
when
love
he
it.
talks shit.
It's like Iman Gadzhi, actually. Iman Gadzhi now is just. You could tell, you can smell the bullshit.
Yeah. Just courses.
Yeah. And you just like keep watching his YouTube videos because you want to find that one thing, and then he's actually just brainwashing people.
Yeah. Watch Luke put a hit out for us.
Nah, I got the connections though.
Nice.
I got this one guy in Dubai who can get us a tank.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
Armored tank.
Does he have shells?
Yeah. He's Russian.
T90?
Hmm?
T72? T90?
Oh no. But also, I also know Luke Belmar's Hong Kong connections. So. This is what it means to be international, man. It's crazy how all the hedge fund people are just in the shadows, bro.
Yeah.
You know? They're not on the Luke Belmar type of fame, but they just have so much power.
Do the hedge funds or the elite?
They're fucking evil. Well, we find them evil until we will probably.
GME, bro.
Huh?
GME destroys the hedge funds.
Yeah. Isn't Jimmy down?
Yeah.
I know, I put money into it.
Wait, you pulled out?
I'm holding till 0.
Yeah.
I'm holding till
Wait, how much
0.
did you put in?
Like 120.
Oh, you're chilling.
Nah, I put in 500 in AMC at so when the price was 20, now it's 4. Just evaporate.
Stop investing in stocks, please.
Yeah, I have.
It's not worth it, dude.
Well, I'm just holding. I literally just
if you're not doing options, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I literally just
But it's still not worth it.
I put all my stocks in when I first turned 18. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I was looking at the fundamental analysis. That was my intro. I wouldn't be where I am now without my stock, without having invested in stocks, you know?
Yeah.
Because just teach you so much from it. It's like a different type of like pain that you can never feel unless you actually do it.
Dude, trust me, dude. I know.
I know, you know. Day trading, you're just dealing with that on like
Dude, literally
minute to minute
every
levels.
fucking- Lose everything, you make everything. You lose everything, you make everything.
Yeah. And you start to become so desensitized to it.
Money just doesn't feel like shit.
Money doesn't feel like shit to me. Because in crypto, I lose 4K and go up 4K. Like,
it's like our life is just like
okay.
hanging in the balance. Like, just not.
Yeah, but this is a feeling that no one else in UCLA, other than people who trade, no one else knows how we feel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like our emotions are directly correlated to our trading days. Like, if it's going shit, then we feel like shit,
Yeah.
and as a result, our school is just becomes unbearable. Like,
Yeah, but you already know it's gonna be worth it
what?
to deal with all these emotions early
Yeah.
on.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't hurt as much.
Like we're in a position as students where we still have somewhat of a backup. Imagine like you just invested all your money you made from a job.
I just can't
Into this
see
one
myself
sector.
ever getting a job. Like, I genuinely rather be homeless. Like, I can't see myself.
I can't see myself getting a job, which is why in the next 3 to 4 years I need to make it out.
Yeah. I'm going so hard right now.
That's why I'm going so hard right now, man.
I need to make a trading video today. What should I make it on? What if we made a crypto trading video talking about fundamental analysis?
Yeah. I don't really have the best resume right now, considering how much I'm down.
Doesn't matter. As long as, I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think we could just talk about how important the upcoming bull run is.
You down?
I mean, I'm down. I don't mind talking about it.
But I want to build out some like good slides. Like, you know how I normally build out slides
Yeah,
using Photoshop.
yeah. Why don't you try using Figma? I feel like Figma's easier.
I feel like it is too.
And then you could export each panel and then combine them to make like a slideshow.
What should we?
That's how I made my
What should
pitch
we make
deck.
the slides about?
Talk about the potential. So saying like how
I don't want to put text. I want it to just be graphics, and then we just elaborate.
just okay, a bunch of exponential charts.
What we talk
Or
about?
like just like the analytics of do Google Trend analytics of how often Bitcoin was searched and how you show that Bitcoin is like getting popular again.
I feel like that's doing too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
What
up
I
to
want
you.
to do is just talk about like pretty much what we were talking about this whole entire time about how TA
TA is fucking useless. You gotta dumb your IQ down to do simple
like
patterns and shit.
the two ways TA can actually work in crypto. So one of the ways is someone with the following draws out some TA, posts it, and then everyone copies the bias, or everyone's trading TA. So then everyone trading TA.
Everyone's trading a simple pattern TA.
Everyone trades simple patterns, meaning that it works, but there's no algorithmic institutional algorithms.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's why WIF has some institutions in them actually. Bonk, Myro have Bonk has institutions in it,
Established
and WIF has
established
institutions.
cryptos
in it.
like Bonk. Yeah. Stuff like WIF, SC.
I'm gonna play music.
Wait, this was a video I had for trading. Oh.
What do you? Okay, can we agree on the hexagon shit now?
What?
The splash screen.
Yeah, I like this hexagon shit.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
What trading video should I make? What's a concept I haven't used?
Fib retracements.
I already did.
Like explaining how you don't use normal fib retracements.
I went over what I taught you.
Okay. Have you covered FEGs? No, you cover them. Order blocks. Go back to basic ICT concepts.
I feel like I want to have semi advanced stuff,
Quarterly theory.
and then I want to go back.
Quarterly theory.
Yeah, you know that.
I just have this sheet. Is that basically it?
Yeah.
London A plus setup. This is the music I listen to, by the way. Hardcore EDM shit.
What are some other videos I can make? I could talk about Power 3.
Yeah.
Did I teach all the concepts of Power 3?
Isn't it just accumulation, manipulation, distribution? Wasn't that in quarterly theory?
Yeah, but quarterly theory is AMBX and XAMB.
What's the
X is continuation or reversal.
Ah.
Quarterly is 4. Power 3 is 3.
But they're the same thing, except one has extra steps.
Yeah, one extra step.
Which one's more accurate?
Power 3. The idea is that the market structure shift happens every trimester. ICT in his 2017 or 2017, he said that market structure shifts generally happen every trimester, but it could happen every quarter as well. But he said it generally happens every trimester. That's why I go with Power 3 instead of the XAMD and the X.
So you don't use quarterly theory as much?
No, I dropped it. Maybe we should just do a crypto video since we're together. Maybe we should draw out some cool graphics. We have like bubbles, right? ETFs is like the biggest one. We have what's the most important news? We have some
talk about how macro, like SEC, interest rates, 4-year cycle in Bitcoin.
Do you have a channel yet set up or not?
No. I'm completely ghost mode. And I will continue to be ghost mode until the summer.
What's that?
Because I'm going to start vlogging in the summer.
I just feel like algorithm favors volume. But
yeah, but volume comes in. Volume isn't like determined by like time based. As in, like, sure, the trading days and trading times and shit, but like, once you get into like non-algorithmic shit.
Oh no, I don't mean that. I mean videos. They favor volume. The algorithm favors volume, especially on stuff like TikTok.
Oh yeah. Which
That's
is
why I've been posting once a day, so I could get the algorithm.
I've heard YouTube ads are actually a lot more effective than Facebook ads.
One thing I don't like about Figma is that they don't have default stuff you could use,
Like templates?
like default gradients. Like I like how Photoshop has a default gradient set to use. I
Yeah.
don't like having to manually do everything. Sup, Chris? Sup, Chris? What's good? Some guy just showing up. Hey, Chris.
What a fucking face.
Now I'm editing a video thumbnail. Yeah, that's good.
Keeping it super clean.
Right now I'm working on a video thumbnail, and this guy over here is my co-founder. He's working on designs for our website. I could show you. Wait, you had it say stealth, right? Change this to say stealth. I'll show you the designs in a second once he makes the changes. The it said the company's name on a different design. On the login design, it said a company's name. Oh, you changed it? Yeah. Tell me when you changed all of them. You changed it?
What about the logo?
It was fine.
Yeah, I think so.
So here's some of our designs. Log in. Connect with Google. Connect with email. Continue with username, etc., etc., etc. We have different social networks and hexagons you could click in order to look at the analytics for that platform. Here's our dashboard. I already built this out in React. It's just about the sizing now. We have Instagram, YouTube, we have OnlyFans. You could add charts by clicking this plus button here. You could change the demographics to looking at the racial demographics, looking at where people are from as well. And then you could change it from looking at today to the month to the year, etc. What do you think, man? You like it? Dude, I wish we could have the chat right here, bro. Wow.
Yo, chat. Yo, chat. What do you think?
He said that's pretty cool.
I'm building in stealth.
We just need to make the light mode for this.
Yeah, I know.
The light mode.
That's pretty easy though. Once you get all the designs down.
Yeah, but right now I also make trading content, right? So I'm working on a thumbnail for my trading video. I'm gonna make a video on fair value gaps and how to know whether it is a valid fair value gap or not. I'll also be talking about inverse fair value gaps, etc. What an IO Fed is. An IO Fed is an institutional FVG. Shit.
Not a bad day.
Yeah.
I need the footage from this, from the camera.
It's gonna be on the live. Just go
On
on.
the live.
Yeah, it's a live stream.
Keep download shit.
Yeah. Switch up YouTube to
YouTube to MP.
yeah.
Alright, cool. This is so trippy.
What is sing yourself?
Yeah,
Wait, is it lagging at all or no?
it's lagging a bit. Well, like there's a delay, there's not lag. Okay, the delay is far enough for me to not know when this was. Okay, it's about like a minute and a half delay. I like the gradients they do.
Yeah.
It's pretty clean. Do we still need the username function if there's an email function?
Username function.
Like a username login function?
I mean, it's always good to have.
Yeah, I know, but it's like at that point you could associate the username with the email.
Yeah.
So should I just merge it into an email / username?
Nah, I think you should leave it.
Alright.
I'm just like, there's just been so many times in my life I'm like, I'm gonna wait until summer and stuff, and then just,
Yeah, but
I just
you
feel
can
like-
feel it.
what do you mean?
You can feel that this summer is the summer. Can you not?
I can, but what? Why not have? Why not? Why not? Why not? Like, go into summer your best self. Like, why not prepare?
Yeah, which
for
is
summer?
what we're doing.
No, but I mean with the content.
Oh,
Because summer, it's gonna be like, oh, this is my first time doing
because
this
I'll be
shit.
back in Hong Kong.
So,
So
well,
it's
you
like
are doing vlogs, yeah.
it's like travel vlogs as well, because I'm gonna be traveling quite a bit. I kind of wanted like high quality vlog style stuff. But I recorded some stuff for just like a normal day in the life at UCLA type stuff.
You did?
Yeah, just a little monologue.
The only thing about
Value.
UCLA recording is that people are kind of weird.
Well, no, it's just like just by myself, just scenery.
Nice.
But then also like a little monologue type thing. I don't know. Wait, this login page is actually so clean because it is only shades of black and white. Oh, I'm also gonna need you because for the Google login, I don't really know how to
He
do
said,
that.
does your co-founder have a YouTube channel?
Yeah. Wait, hang on. I'm just gonna type in. I can type it. Wait. I think it's just called Conrad Chung. Don't you want
Can you type it in the chat?
Where's the chat? Alright, just type my name in the chat.
Well, if he searches up Conrad Chung, he's probably not gonna find it. You have to send him the link.
20 subscribers, and it's the first.
Just send him the link, dude.
Alright, wait. Don't you want somebody? There's one send a link. Okay. I'm gonna be traveling shit tons this summer. I got a meeting in Sydney.
Oh. I'm not surprised with anything you say anymore, to be honest.
Where's your chat? I can't see your chat. Maybe it's just because mine have like YouTube on or something. I'll just send this to you on messages.
Yeah, just send it to me in messages, and then I'll put it in. Oh, you should tell him about the story you told me earlier
About what?
about how you like all the boat shit and whatever.
Oh, I mean, nothing much though, right? Just graduated, immediately took an Uber to the airport, flew from London to the Amalfi Coast, stayed in Naples for a bit. I actually nearly got robbed in Naples. Train ride to Rome, train ride to Venice, boat from Venice to the airport, and then Marco Polo Lounge. It's pretty good because I am like a lounge member or whatever. Flew straight back to London and then went to Oxford for the graduation. Then the day after, flew straight back to Hong Kong. And then 2 days after, flew straight to Bali.
It's like that's how you know we're in the Matrix and we hear shit like that.
Stayed in Bali for like 2 weeks. And then flew back to Hong Kong. Maybe a week later, flew to Guangzhou. Well, took the train to Guangzhou, flew to Shanghai. This is a crazy summer.
Shop is so janky.
Yeah, I don't like Photoshop.
Are you one of the viewers?
Yeah. Am I the only one?
Now there's two. Shit won't just copy and paste. What I need is some like green particles and red particles. So like
Green particles?
and red particles. Because you know when I have like the buy here, sell here, I want particles.
Just search up online.
Imagine if you get animated thumbnails.
Yeah. Just past the K. I don't feel anything anymore, man.
Yeah, it's just like when I look at that, it's just like
You know? Oh. Just like up 1K today. Again.
so cool.
That's. But I'm taking on shit tons of risk here. Like, meme coins out of
Wait, what's your R?
like 1 to 100. I don't know. You know, meme coin potential is like almost infinite.
Yeah.
So it'd probably be 1 to 100 or 1 to 2, 3, 400 maybe. That's a risk. That's a risk I'm willing to take.
It's pretty good.
It's just it'll take a long time. Like, well, a long time is months, not years. This is a good song. You know the song?
Yeah.
All those Instagram reels.
These particles are really janky. Yeah, I don't know.
Should I design the chart?
No.
Or are you gonna? I mean, the chart literally it can be any chart, just black.
Yeah, it
gray,
doesn't
or
matter
white.
as long as it charts, you know?
Yeah, but also we want to style the chart a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's the easy part. Moonlight.
50 sent any messages in the chat.
Not
Cool, I'll drop a sub. I'll catch you guys on the next trading stream. Alright, peace, Chris. It was nice. It was nice having you on the stream.
Yeah. I'm vibing, bro.
Bro, people really fuck with my trading streams because I'm like so emotional. Like shit talk with charts and shit.
To the point where your parents are, where your mom is getting angry at you. Yeah.
Wait, how can you hear us? Can you hear us? Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask the YouTube channel, you could probably hear us. Honestly, I should just quickly make a personal page.
Yeah.
Like a website. I already have one though. You want to see it?
Sure.
It's a bit clunky though. I'll just. That's like I'll maybe just like keep it.
You mean that framer or what?
Huh?
You mean that framer?
Well, I mean in Spline.
Well, you made the graphics.
No, I made the whole website in
You
Spline.
could do that?
Well, you just outline the website UI in Spline, and then just overlay buttons and stuff over the embed as a background. The only thing is you gotta get the axis of the personal camera to fit it exactly.
I can't wait until we're billionaires.
We'll get there.
I long for that day. The day where I'm the hero of the Philippines and you're the hero of Hong Kong. I told my dad I'm gonna be the hero of the Philippines.
What do you say?
He just loved it. He said nothing I say surprises him anymore, like because I've like done so much. I'm gonna pull up the stream just to do a sound check. Do you have the stream open right now?
No.
Because it says I have two viewers right now. Yeah, these people love my trading streams. Let me just pull up the stream, make sure the audio is good. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I'm streaming. Okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Stream.
I don't think it's instant.
Stream, can you hear me? Hello, stream. Okay, say something, Connor.
Hello? I don't think it's instant. There's a delay.
If I can boost the audio to be louder. Okay, it's enough, but it's not perfect. Okay, I'm gonna increase the input volume. Hello, hello. I just increased the input volume by 25%. Okay, by a whole, I just increased the input volume by 2x. Now it's really loud. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Oh my god, it's so loud.
Yeah, that's better though.
For some reason, I can't hear your music. Though.
It's too quiet.
It doesn't pick up your music. Okay, it does a little. But I guess my filters are just that good to where
Yeah. Slaps.
oh, that's what I was gonna make a video on. The candle pattern, the three candle pattern for buy side and sell side liquidity. That's what I was gonna make a video on. But I'll do that tomorrow. But I have a whole Notion journal for that. Like all my video ideas. It's actually kind of embarrassing. I just have all my shit. It's lying around.
What?
Kind of embarrassing how I just have all my shit just lying around everywhere.
You should see my room. Actually, don't see my room.
You should smell my room. It smells like dick.
You sit on
Literally, it actually smells like dick. Sorry, mom, sorry, dad, if you're listening to this, but it doesn't 100% have everything to do with me.
Are they still listening?
My mom comes and she just likes the videos and stuff. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, if you just record your work, bro, like fuck quality, bro. Just get volume, okay? It's okay to have like it's good to have quality, yeah. But, like volume, bro. Volume's where it's at. Because people, like, you could have one good video, right? People aren't gonna watch that same video 1,000 times.
I know.
So we have liquidity, we have inverse, we have FVG. Now I need to make one on IOFED. So an IOFED, do you know what IOFED is?
No.
IOFED is an institutional fair value gap, pretty much. And
What's an institutional fair value gap? Isn't that just a normal fair value
when it
gap?
taps it from 50%, when it taps 50% of the fair value gap's range, and then it just goes off. It's very algorithmic.
Isn't that just a normal fair value gap?
No.
Oh, that's what I've just been doing the whole time though.
What?
As long as it touches the 50 range.
But it has to like, the wick has to end there.
Yeah.
It can't be 40%, 30%.
Yeah, that's what I normally do.
It just.
Show
me an example.
I thought that was what it normally is.
Show me an example.
No, there's no example. I just like saw it in a YouTube video. Well, in the ICT mentorship.
Oh, yeah. But that's not.
Is that not the same thing?
Normally, as long as it's under 50%. But pretty much it taps off CE. I told you what CE is, right?
It sounds familiar.
Consequent encroachment.
Okay, no. Down.
Oh, I need to talk about what mitigation is too. You know what mitigation is?
No.
It means when it's already been utilized.
I like the way you kiss me. When you kiss me. I understand it is good. Take a bit from the ground.
%50's the golden fucking number. I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. That I trade USD CAD.
Take a bit from the back just to reattach.
You like this music because of parties?
Yeah, I'm just a big EDM person.
Yeah, my brother's too. Just me and my brother one day. Kind of reminds me of you a little. But... I told my brother
What?
I was gonna be a millionaire in 3 months. And he said I believe in it.
How long has it been since you told him?
Don't worry about it.
How long has it been since you told him?
Don't worry about it.
Come on.
Don't worry about it, G.
I'm worrying, bro.
All I can say it's probably not gonna happen. But it doesn't hurt to.
It doesn't hurt to dream.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to dream. But the only reason why it's 3 months is because any goal over 3 months for me is a dream. In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Chupapi mañana. Chupapi mañana. Chupapi mañana. You know that?
No.
Dude, I wish I could have the fucking chat up, bro. Liquidity. Do you mind being in my video?
I don't know.
Huh? Because I feel like if I could explain something to you where you understand, then other people will be able to understand.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
feel bad for that guy, bro.
Who?
The guy who said he'll leave a sub.
Who? What?
The guy who said he'll leave a sub because the sound was just so low the whole entire time. I should always like test before.
Mm-hmm.
What quality am I pumping out right now? Let's see. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
720, 1080. We're chilling. All right. Ready?
What we're doing? What?
The video? I've become a natural at this. I've practiced presenting things, and this is actually gonna help me a lot when I present things too. Like present our startup. I remember when I used to be camera shy.
Hang on. Wait. Let me just finish this.
What are you working on? All right, guys, we're about to record a video pretty soon. Just gonna. Why is it so awkward? Hey, let me see if I'm on. I gotta raise it up a little. Can you stand up too? You stand up too. Just so I can introduce you. I'm doing the FEGs. Hello YouTube. Today I'll be talking about the important concept of FEGs and the different types of FEGs, inverse FEGs, IO feds, and we'll even be talking about I gotta restart.
Wait, I don't have to say anything, right?
No. Hello YouTube. Today I'll be making a video on FEGs. I'll be talking about the important concepts of how you can use FEGs as a draw on liquidity / void. I'll also be talking about inverse FEGs and institutional FEGs. During the span of this video, I'll be explaining all the concepts directly to my co-founder, Conrad.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm doing this just so I can make sure that you guys all can understand what I'm talking about, because he's someone who doesn't know that much. Let's be honest, doesn't know that much about FEGs. If he understands what I'm talking about, then you guys definitely will. Stay tuned. All right, so that's introduction. All right. So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value gaps. So what an inverse fair value gap is called a double stack. A double stack is when two fair value gaps intersect and align with each other. And the first fair value gap in a double stack, see the red one right here? It could not be, the range of the fair value gap could not be touched, or else it would not be considered a double stack. So if it was touched previously, it is not considered a double stack fair value gap. Do you have any questions?
Not really, no.
Okay, now let's talk about how you could use fair value gaps as a draw of liquidity. So whenever there is a gap in price will look to return back to that price in order to meet fair value again. Institutions, they like to get in buys and sells when price is at, they like to buy when price is at fair value. Okay, so price will always look to return to fair value. Do you have any questions about this?
No.
Now let's talk about the concept of IO feds. So an IO fed is a combination of a double stack plus the wick of the candle that enters the fair value gaps range. It has to reject off the 50%. If it's 40%, 30%, 20%, it does not count as an IO fed. IO feds are algorithmic, meaning that they reject off a specific level. That specific level is 50% of a fair value gap. Do you have any questions about this?
What if it goes 60, 70, 80, 90?
If it goes 60, 70, 80, 90, it is not considered an IO fed. We're looking at something that's very algorithmic, and once it hits this level, it rejects. 50% is that level for IO feds. Do you have any questions?
So even if it goes 60, 70, 80, that's invalid.
It's invalid. If it goes 60, 70, 80, 90, that would not be considered a reversal fair value gap anymore, because the range got mitigated too much. It went too far into the range. Therefore, it'll likely signal continuation, not reversal. Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
All right. So now we hop in TradingView. Go over it. All right. So should we go on that side or? Should we go on that side or? We're just here.
That's fine. Like just like. Sure. Their chairs.
All right. So now, let me hop in TradingView. Oh wait, let me actually go in TradingView first. No. Wait, I'm probably just not logged in.
I really need a whiteboard marker.
Oh, here's a perfect one right here. Inverse. See how this fair value gap lines with this fair value. It's an overlap for value. So now let me show you guys in the charts what an inversion fair value gap is. So I like to see at least two fair value gaps overlap with each other. So we have this fair value gap here and this fair value gap here. These two fair value gaps overlap with each other. Therefore, I'd like to look at the area where they both overlap, which is here, and I'd look for reversal here. So you can see it wicked into this inversion fair value gap, and it rejected and reversed and retraced all the way to these highs. Do you have any question about anything about it?
But didn't it wick past?
Yeah.
Here?
So that's considered an IO. So what you're referring to is an IO Fed, right? So what I mean by when it mitigates all the way through, it's like for an IO Fed, it has to wick 50%.
Mm-hmm.
But for an inversion, as long as it doesn't close all the way through, it's fine. As long as it could wick through, and then it could still reverse. Do you have any other questions?
Could you explain it a little bit more?
Yeah, so what exactly are you confused about?
Is this not the 50% thing, or
50% is the institutional one where it taps right here
yeah,
and it doesn't go further. But this one's just a normal inversion fair value gap.
So it just has to fill these gaps.
It could fill it, yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now let's look for a inversion, like a IO Fed. So this might be an IO Fed. So here we have an IO Fed, okay? So see how the wick ended 50% of this fair value gap?
Mm-hmm.
So this is considered an IO Fed, increasing the probability of a reversal, or in this case, a continuation to the downside.
Mm-hmm. And so where would you
Here's
target?
Here's the two aligning right here. Wait. Here. But I forgot to mention that it could just be a normal fair value gap like this and still be considered an IO Fed.
Is that not the 2022 ICT mentorship model?
Yeah, it is.
And so would you be concerned of the fair value gap down here?
So actually this fair value gap right here would increase the probability of it continuing, because as I talked about earlier, when it's just a fair value gap with nothing else behind it, this is actually an inverse right here. This is actually an inverse. So yeah, this will probably get filled and then go back.
So you would start taking shorts over here, targeting around here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, not really.
Okay. We're done. I think I want to redo the video. I think I fucked up. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I talked about IO Feds as only being like when there's an inverse.
Mm-hmm.
But it could just be a normal fair value gap. But I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I'd have to go in and I'd have to update the Photoshop. Okay, maybe we just redo that one slide, like that one. We just go back and, you know. Because that was the only one where I really Made it confusing, right? This one's straightforward. This one was fine. This one's the one. Okay, that's.
We'd have to stand up for this to me.
Okay. Because I just want to keep it the same.
I just noticed that they have a TV.
Nice. All right. I should also talk about what a fair value gap is in the first place, like the three candle formation. Because I only talk about inverses. All right. Now let me introduce to you what an IO Fed is. An IO Fed is when 50% of a fair value gap's range gets rejected off of by the candle that taps in to the fair value gap. So it doesn't have to be an inversion fair value gap like I referred to earlier with the double stack, but that just increases the probability that it is an institutional fair value gap. An institutional fair value gap is just a higher probability version of a normal fair value gap. It's a lot more algorithmic because there's a specific level that gets tapped into and rejected off of. Do you have any questions?
Nope. Just the 50% level, right?
Yeah. All right. Now we just gotta hop back into that. Oh shit! No, the camera is fucked up.
Dang.
It's kind of cool how people can see my process for doing everything. It's important. Now, let me introduce to you what an institutional fair value gap is. An institutional fair value gap doesn't have to be an inversion fair value gap, but it could be 50% of any fair value gap's range gets tapped into and rejected off of by the candle that goes into it. Okay, I'm redoing that. That was too. All right. Now, let me introduce to you what an institutional fair value gap is. So, an institutional fair value gap can be any fair value gap. It does not have to be an inversion fair value gap. Like I referred to earlier, when two fair value gaps intersect over each other, it does not have to be that. All it has to be is a candle that taps into a fair value gap. The 50% of the fair value gap's range gets tapped into and rejected off of by the candle that enters that range. Do you have any questions about it?
No.
So what makes an institutional fair value gap institutional is that there's a specific level that gets rejected off of, increasing the algorithmic probability of this fair value gap. Do you have any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so now let's hop into the charts here.
Does that count?
Here's a good example. This is also pretty similar to a breaker, but it's not. Well, actually, it is.
Did you do a video on breakers yet?
No, this is a breaker, actually. All right. Oh, let me get the... All right. Now let's go into the charts, and I'm going to show you guys and Conrad some key examples of what an inverse fair value gap is, an IO Fed fair value gap is, and a draw on liquidity fair value gap. So we see here, we have a fair value gap pattern here, and we have a fair value gap pattern here, okay? So what area do these two fair value gaps intersect? Here's where they intersect, okay? So this is our inversion fair value gap. You see, it was not tapped into before the second fair value gap was printed. It was not tapped into, which makes it an inversion fair value gap. So you see here, 50% of the inverse, 50% of the inverse fair value gaps range was not tapped into and rejected off of, which makes this not an IO Fed. But you see, it filled the inversion fair value gap and it continued higher. Do you have any questions about inverse fair value gaps?
Nope.
Okay, now let's talk about fair value gaps as a draw on liquidity. So you see here, we have this giant void slash fair value gap that was printed. Price came back up to return and fill all of this empty space, or this draw on liquidity right here. It came back and it filled this liquidity and returned to fair value. Do you have any questions about fair value gaps as a draw on liquidity?
Nope.
Now let's see if we could find an example of fair value gaps as an IO Fed. So this is going to be pretty hard, so I'm going to have to cut. I feel like we saw one the first time on the right hand side, didn't we?
At the very end. Was it this one?
This one. Wait, let me use the magnet tool. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it. So you could see here, Conrad, that we have an IO Fed. An IO Fed, as I said earlier, was when 50% of the range gets tapped into by a candle and rejected off of. So you see this candle, the wick of this candle, it went 50% of the range, did not go any further, did not go any less than 50% of the range, and it rejected off this. So this increases the probability of this fair value gap. The only other thing that could increase the probability of this fair value gap even more is if we had a draw on liquidity on the downside for price to return to. I would not consider this a draw on liquidity because it is a double stack inversion fair value gap. And another thing would be is if we had a fair value gap on the left-hand side to stack on top of this. You could see here, this fair value gap, it's been mitigated by this candle. The range of this fair value gap was entered. It was entered by this candle. So that's why this would not be considered a part of this area for a inversion fair value gap. Do you have any questions?
Is this part of fair value gap?
So this is a fair value gap. This was a draw on liquidity. You could see that this wick took this liquidity. So this is no longer no longer at the moment considered a draw on liquidity fair value gap. Do you have any other questions?
So you would take shorts from where the fair value gap was.
Yeah. So it's not the highest probability IO Fed, but IO Feds in itself are high probability. So you don't need all those other confluences in order to know that it's going to go lower. The only problem is we don't have a very good draw on liquidity, meaning that we don't know how far it's going to go exactly, but we know that it's going to go down, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other questions?
Nope.
Okay. And I just have to do my exit. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Check out Conrad's channel below. Subscribe, like, join Liquidity Lab LLC, join Traders Domain, join my community server. Get a Apex account down below with a discount. Do you have anything you want to say?
Nope. I'm just glad I learned a lot.
Peace out. All right.
Sweet.
Learned a lot about how I do my shit. This is gonna be a good video. It's gonna be a hit. You asking questions was just like a really big bonus.
Yeah.
Because people are like wondering the same shit.
Yeah. I really need a mouse, actually. Doing shit on trackpad is almost impossible.
Exactly.
Follow you.
So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value gaps. So what an inverse fair value gap is called a double stack. A double stack. All right. So first, I want to talk about inverse. Hello YouTube. Today I'll be talking about the important concept of FVGs and the different types of FVGs, inverse FVGs, IO feds, and we'll even be talking about. Wait, sorry. I'll be making a video on FVGs. I'll be talking about the important concepts of how you can use FVGs as a drawn liquidity / fluid. I'll also be talking about inverse FVGs and institutional FVGs. During the span of this video, I'll be explaining all the concepts directly to my co-founder, Conrad.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm doing this just so I can make sure that you guys all can understand what I'm talking about. Because he's someone who doesn't know that much, let's be honest, doesn't know that much about FVGs. If he understands what I'm talking about, then you guys definitely will. Stay tuned. All right, so that's introduction. Gaps. All right. So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value gaps. So what an inverse fair value gap is called a double stack. A double stack is when two fair value gaps intersect and align with each other. And the first fair value gap in a double stack, see the red one right here? It could not be, the range of the fair value gap could not be touched, or else it would not be considered a double stack. So if it was touched previously, it is not considered a double stack fair value gap. Do you have any questions? Okay, now let's talk about how you could use fair value gaps as a draw of liquidity. So whenever there is a gap in price, price will look to return back to that price in order to meet fair value again. Institutions, they like to get in buys themselves when prices at they like to buy when prices at fair value. Okay, so price will always look to return to fair value. Do you have any questions about this? Now let's talk about the concept of IOFETs. So an IOFET is a combination of a double stack plus the wick of the candle that enters the fair value gaps range. It has to reject off the 50%. If it's 40%, 30%, 20%, it does not count as an IOFET. IOFETs are algorithmic, meaning that they reject off a specific level. That specific level is 50% of a fair value gap. Do you have any questions about this?
What if it goes 60, 70?
If it goes 60, 70, 80, 90, it is not considered an IOFET. We're looking at something that's very algorithmic, and once it hits this level, it rejects. 50% is that level for IOFETs. Do you have any questions?
So even if it goes 60, 70, 80, that's invalid.
It's invalid. If it goes, in fact, if it goes 60, 70, 80, 90, that would not be considered a reversal of fair value gap anymore because the range got mitigated too much. It went too far into the range. Therefore, it'll likely signal continuation, not reversal. Do you have any other questions?
No.
You say alright like Central C. Alright.
Can I be homophobic if my bitches get
Them to consider it fast.
on liquidity fair value gap? So we see here we have a fair value gap pattern here, and we have a fair value gap pattern here. Okay. So what area do these two fair value gaps intersect? Here's where they intersect. Okay. So this is our inversion fair value gap. You see, it was not tapped into before the second fair value gap was printed. It was not tapped into, which makes it an inversion fair value gap. So you see here, 50% of the inverse, 50% of the inverse fair value gaps range was not tapped into and rejected off of, which makes this not an IOFET. But you see, it filled the inversion fair value gap and it continued higher. Do you have any questions about inverse fair value gaps?
Nope.
Okay, now let's talk about fair value gaps as a draw on liquidity. So you see here, we have this giant void slash fair value gap that was printed. Price came back up to return and fill all of this empty space, or this draw on liquidity right here. It came back and it filled this liquidity and returned to fair value. Do you have any questions about fair value gaps as a draw on liquidity?
Nope.
Now let's see if we could find an example of fair value gaps as an IOFET. So this is going to be pretty hard, so I have to cut. I feel like that's we saw them the first time. Didn't we?
In the very end. Is it this one?
This one. Let me use the magnet tool.
That's pretty much it. So you can see here,
I don't know why, but something about this video is just so fire to me. It's just like content. Premium content. I should make an OnlyFans for this video.
Wild.
all right. Okay. So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value gaps. So with an inverse fair value gap, a double stack is when two fair value gaps intersect and
You have to change the gain levels.
Lower it.
Yeah.
Can you stand up too? You stand up too.
No.
Hello, YouTube.
This is a longer video.
And today I'll be talking about the important concept of FVGs and the different types of FVGs, inverse FVGs, IO feds, and we'll even be talking about. No. Okay, FVGs. Hello YouTube, today I'll be making a video on FVGs. I'll be talking about the important concepts of how you can use FVGs as a draw liquidity / fluid. We'll also be talking about inverse FVGs and
Fine.
institutional FVGs. during the span of this video, I'll be explaining all the concepts directly to my co-founder,
Yeah, that's good.
Conrad.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm doing this just so I can make sure that you guys all can understand what I'm talking about. Because he's someone who doesn't know that much, let's be honest, that much about FVGs. If he understands what I'm talking about, then you guys definitely will. Stay tuned. Right. So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value. To return to fair value. Do you have any questions about this? Alright. Do you have any questions about this? Alright. Now, let me introduce to you what an institutional fair value gap is. So an institutional fair value gap can be any fair value gap. It does not have to be an inversion fair value gap. Like I referred to earlier, when two fair value gaps intersect over each other, it does not have to be that. All it has to be is a candle that taps into a fair value gap. The 50% of the fair value gap's range gets tapped into and rejected off of by the candle that enters that range. Do you have any questions about it? So what makes an institutional fair value gap institutional is that there's a specific level that gets rejected off of, increasing the algorithmic probability of this fair value gap. Do you have any questions about that? Of this fair value gap. Do you have any questions about that?
Nope.
All right.
I say all right a lot.
A little bit. That's fine though.
But a lot of people do. So.
Yeah.
An IO Fed fair value gap is, and a draw on liquidity fair value gap. So we see here, we have a fair value gap pattern here, and we have a fair value gap pattern here, okay? So what area do these two fair value gaps intersect? Here's where they intersect, okay? So this is our inversion fair value gap. You see, it was not tapped into before the second fair value gap was printed. It was not tapped into, which makes it an inversion fair value gap. So you see here, 50% of the inverse 50% of the inverse fair value gaps range was not tapped into and rejected off of, which makes this not an IO Fed. But you see, it filled the inversion fair value gap and it continued higher. Do you have any questions about inverse fair value gaps?
Nope.
Okay, now let's talk about fair value gaps as a draw on liquidity. So you see here, we have this giant void slash fair value gap that was printed. Price came back up to return and turn to fair. You could find an example of fair value gaps as an IO Fed. So you could of fair value gaps as an IO Fed. So you can see here, Conrad, that Fed, as I said earlier, was when 50% of the range gets tapped into by a candle and rejected off of. So you see this candle, the wick of this candle, it went 50% of the range, fair value gap even more is if we had a draw on liquidity on the downside for price to return. Other confluences. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Most likely. Do you have any other questions?
No.
Okay. Check out Conrad's channel below. Subscribe, like, join Liquidity Lab LLC, join Traders Domain, join my community server, get a Apex account down below with a discount. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, I just learned a lot.
Peace out.
Devious laugh.
Peace out. Domain, join my community server, get a Apex account down below with a discount. Do you have anything? Peace out. Sell side liquidity in tomorrow. That's game. It's gonna be game changing for you. Then after that, I'll cover how price moves. It moves from internal to external, external to internal.
This is not a high quality icon.
Wait, what the hell? Wait, the guy's name was Chris Toper. Christopher.
Christopher.
But he made that's fine. Audio mix effects.
So if it was touched previously, themselves when prices at they like to buy when prices at fair value. Okay. So price will always look to return to fair value. Do you have any questions about this? Now, let me introduce to you what an instant. It does not. %50 of the inverse. And you can see that this wick this was a you can see that this wick fit this liquidity. So this is no longer called. This is no longer at the moment.
Can you show me how to like edit as good as you? When you have time.
What do you mean?
How to edit videos as good as you.
Yeah, sure.
What vlog camera do you have?
I have an iPhone.
You just use your iPhone. What do you have? 15.
So it's not the highest probability IO Fed. The IO Feds in itself.
Do you have any videos of your vlogs that I can see?
What?
Do you have any videos of your vlogs I could see?
Vlogs?
Yeah.
I've never done a vlog.
The clips you've taken. Like the UCLA travel shit. Or the UCLA shit.
What?
Didn't you say you took some videos of UCLA life and the day of UCLA vlogs?
Oh, well, I've just done B-roll.
I see.
Great. Just B-roll. Hang on, I gotta. The fuck did I do?
Remember when I took those video production class in middle school? And it was like, it was so fun. I don't remember what B-roll is really.
It's like just background stuff. So literally just like this filming overall. And I can edit it to make it look like really cinematic and filmy.
So you don't really include yourself.
Not really. I mean, this is like a little monologue thing that I did.
What do you turn on the audio? What are you talking about?
Hang on, I gotta focus up for this shit.
Projection, deflection.
Sometimes I hate Framer because it never works out the way you want it.
Well, that's me at the gym.
Friday
Friday? It's pretty good.
or Thursday or Wednesday, I don't remember.
Was it the day when you went and you sent the video or the picture?
Yeah, wait, why isn't this shit working? Holy crap. Surely there was an overflow thing or something.
Hello YouTube, today I'll be making a video on FBGs. I'll be talking.
I'm gonna have to edit the fuck out of this live stream later. But it's worth it. Because this live stream was so good. Because I accidentally leaked my real name. This live stream. So you want me to just link that channel you sent me?
Yeah.
A part of me wishes I lived somewhere like Hong Kong, but another part of me is grateful that I'm a US citizen. Today I'll be making a video on FVGs. I'll be talking about the important concepts of how you can use FVGs as a drawn liquidity / void. I'll also be talking about inverse FVGs and institutional FVGs. During the span of this video, I'll be explaining all the concepts directly to my co-founder, Conrad. And I'm doing this just so I can make sure that you guys all can understand what I'm talking about. Because he's the one who doesn't know that much, let's be honest, about FVGs. If he understands what I'm talking about, then you guys definitely go. Stay tuned. Right. So first, I want to talk about inverse fair value gaps. So what an inverse fair value gap is called a double stack. A double stack is when two fair value gaps intersect and align with each other. And the first fair value gap in a double stack, see the red one right here? It could not be the range of the fair value gap would not be touched, or else it would not be considered a double stack. So if it was touched previously, it's not considered a double stack. Do you have any questions? Okay, now let's talk about how you can use fair value gaps as a draw of liquidity. So whenever there is a gap in price will look to return back to that price in order to meet fair value again. Institutions, they like to get in buys themselves when prices they like to buy when prices at fair value. Okay? So price will always look to return to fair value. Let me introduce to you what an institutional fair value gap is. So an institutional Hello YouTube, today I'll be making a video on FVGs. I'll be talking about the important prices that they like to buy when prices at this. So an institutional fair value gap can be any fair value gap. It does not have to be an inversion fair value gap. Like I referred to earlier, when two fair value gaps intersect over each other, it does not have to be that. All it has to be is a candle that taps into a fair value gap. The 50% of the fair value gap's range gets tapped into and rejected off of by the candle that enters that range. Do you have any questions about that? So what makes an institutional fair value gap institutional is that there's a specific level that gets rejected off of, increasing the algorithmic probability of this fair value gap. Do you have any questions about that?
Alright, now let's go into the charts, and I'm going to show you guys and Conrad some key examples of what an inverse fair value gap is, an IO Fed fair value gap is, and a draw on liquidity fair value gap. So we see here, we have a fair value gap pattern here, and we have a fair value gap pattern here, okay? So what area do these two fair value gaps intersect? Here's where they intersect, okay? So this is our inversion fair value gap. You see, it was not tapped into before the second fair value gap was printed. It was not tapped into, which makes it an inversion fair value gap. So you see here, 50 projected 8. Now let's talk about it. Let's try and fills this value. In IO Fed, as I said earlier, that bit off ability. So that could end, we had left hand side, the stack on top of this. You can see here, so yeah. So this is no longer called like yeah. Do you have any other questions?
So you would take shorts.
Feds in itself are high probability, so you don't need all those other confluences in order to know that it's gonna go lower. The only problem is we don't have a very good draw liquidity.